You don't know the power of the dark side. The full power of the dark side.
Welcome, X-Wing players. I'm Phil.
And I am Jake.
Yes, we are Phil and Jake.
From Dark Side Productions, and we are very glad you tuned in tonight. We have something very special. We're streaming a Wave 9 battle report. These ships aren't out, but we wanted to show you what they are and how they fly.
Absolutely. I'm so excited that you were able to go to GenCon and pick these up.
Me too.
As we run through the list really quickly here, I'm on the right running the Shadowcaster, Asajj Ventress as the pilot. She's the one that is able to assign stress to another stress ship if it's in mobile firing arc. She's got engine upgrade, IG-88D crew member, push to limit, the Shadowcaster title, inertial dampeners, and the black market slicer tools. And accompanying Asajj is IG-88C, who gets the free evade when it performs the boost. And C's got HLC, fire control system, Autothrusters, glitter stem, and crack shot.
So what I am running on the left is a Palp Aces build. You've seen those before. I have Captain Yorr. He is the shuttle pilot who can take stress instead of your Aces. And I am also running the Inquisitor. You've seen him before. Just know that he has Proton Rockets as well as his normal loadout. I also have the Special Forces tie. He has the title, which allows him to roll an extra die out of the front, or he can attack out of the front and then out of the back. I am running Predator. I am running Collision Detector. I am also running the Pilot Skill 7 Special Forces TIE pilot, who reads that when you attack out of the back arc, in particular, you get an extra crit. It's not a modification, it's just an extra crit added onto the roll.
So I wasn't able to make that boost there. It would have been pretty crucial that I made that there. But again, we're just going to park that IG behind the asteroid there. No target lock range.
Well, he's scary
Asajj,
back there,
so
too.
That's true. That's
okay.
true.
And because you do have the file sharing crew, IG-88D, you are getting that free boost and that evade.
Well, yeah, the free evade
yeah.
with the boost.
It's really good.
I think it's a little point heavy on this list. I think one thing that I would change is inertial dampeners. Because with Asajj having PTL, inertial dampeners is really situational, and I probably might be able to get better use out of inertial dampeners on the IG-88 instead of glitter stem.
Looks like we decided I have auxiliary arc, so I'm going to roll 2 dice, which is the primary weapon, but one of them, on top of that, I'm getting a free crit. So what did I get?
So you got hit crit here, and it's so tricky now to play against this, because you have to think, oh, he can shoot you from his backside now.
Yeah.
And so just being able to add a crit, as you can see, already taking 2 damage off that Shadowcaster there is just, it's a rough start early on in the game. And so I switched my mobile firing arc with one of my actions for PTL, and so now I'm able to shoot back at the SF TIE Fighter with Asajj. So I rolled pretty decently here, and you rolled also decently, and you have Palpatine. So I imagine you rolled a lot of paint here. I think you got...
I think I took a damage here, if I remember. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, took a damage there.
Yeah, that 2 primary on the SF TIE is really deceiving because they have abilities that modify it in that title, and it looks like 2 red dice. It's not really 2 red dice.
That's true. That's true, just because you can add that crit. Does Omega Leader prevent adding that die result? Right?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yes, he would, because it happens after dice are rolled. So
yeah.
Omega Leader target locked onto a Special Forces tie would prevent it.
That's true.
Yeah. And by the way, my shuttle does have fire control system, just so you know.
Yeah, so would you rather have kept that off for an initiative? Because I think you came in at 100 points, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. So, I don't know. Keep it off for an initiative bid or put 2 points somewhere else. I'm not really sold either way.
So,
boosting in.
As you can see here now, I'm turning in finally with that IG again, and this is kind of where I misplayed here because, from my understanding, I thought you could only shoot out of the mobile firing arc. For whatever reason, I had it locked in my head. Probably I've never played it on Vassal or anything like that. Didn't really do a whole lot of research on the craft before I got it. I just really liked the model, and I really like Asajj Ventress. So,
And we pretty much just showed up at the game store, opened up these ships, and threw together a list in like 5 minutes. So neither of us are really know what we're doing. I'm using air quotes here with these ships, but we're doing our best, and we hope you enjoy it.
That's true. So shots from the SF tie there, it's so good just being able to put that consistent amount of damage on board. And as you see, I have to spend all my tokens.
Yes, you had to spend all your tokens, but that free evade that you got from that IG-88 crew card that's money.
Yeah, and as you can see, I'm checking for that arc there from that mobile firing arc.
That's a shame. I wish we had clarified that beforehand because that's a shot you didn't get to take. But you live and you learn.
Yep, exactly, and that's why we make these videos, and that's why we say these things so other people don't make the same mistake.
Learn from our mistakes.
Not that I foresee anybody doing that anyway. So we're going to come into the SF tie here from the IG-88C, and that's 3 hits.
And that is worth noting that the SF tie only has 2 green dice. You'd expect it to have 3 because it's a TIE fighter, but it does not. So what do I have?
So you rolled evade and focus here, and the awesome thing is with that card
sensor
you freaking
cluster.
put on, you are able to you were able to add a evade result by spending a focus.
No, it actually changes a blank into an evade, so I still take some damage here.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's why we discussed that. I'm sorry.
Right,
so,
no,
it does
it's
change a
okay.
blank into evade. So I ended up crack-shotting that one evade there, put 2 more damage, and there go the hull. From it. And you can see how it's even more important because had I put some additional damage on it with the Shadowcaster...
Well, we'll see how it pans out, but it might have taken it off the board a turn or 2 earlier, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I do have 3 hull on these. These guys are as durable as defenders, so they're expensive.
That's true.
You pay the points for that hull and that stat line, but
plus it's got an additional shield too. It's 2 shield and 3 hull. Excuse me. Right?
Yeah. Well, it's 3 shield, 3 hull.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
cool. I thought
it's a tank.
Yeah, that's. I mean.
Okay. What do you have?
6.
Oh, and what's the Shadowcaster have on its stat line?
So the Shadowcaster has 3 shield, 7 hull. It also has 3 primary attack value and 2 agility value.
Which is down to 1 because you just, as you flashed us, took a structural damage crit.
Blinded pilot there.
Oh, blinded pilot. Okay.
Blinded pilot there, which is really, really crucial because she's going to skip her next opportunity to attack.
Yeah, and as you can see, I kind of am playing chicken with the Inquisitor over there. Well, the opposite of that. Okay, dials are set.
Yep, so unfortunately, I did a lot of very fast maneuvers early on in this game, got pretty bad positioning.
Well, you're jousting a little bit there.
Yes, which is kind of what I wanted to do. I mean, but I wanted to maneuver in such a way that I was able to trap you in my mobile firing arc. And again, my thinking was just, hey, that mobile firing arc's got to be locked in. And since I bump, I can't change my action, or my mobile firing arc there with my action.
The Inquisitor is back. He took a break, but
now he's back.
Now he's refreshed and ready to fire. And he's taking his target lock, so he gets a free evade.
Yes, and he is
that's an obstructed shot.
Very good anti-Autothrusters counter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, counter to Autothrusters, rather. Very anti-Autothrusters. Because all his attacks are at range 1, and since I'm utilizing Autothrusters on 88C, it doesn't really matter.
Something else that's not really working in Phil's favor right now is he does have to split his fire up, so he cannot just lay both of his arcs into one ship right now. He has to split between the special tie and the shuttle. Okay.
Yeah, and I just I roll a lot of pain here, so we roll some evade or focus results and change them to evades with the focus token.
That is
which is good.
Yes, that is the aggressor's MO.
Well, and I kind of miss seeing dual aggressors in a lot of major tournaments. I know one just placed really well at GenCon, but that's very, very good list. I mean, very rogue list. And he's obviously been flying it for a while.
So I spent the focus. I'm thinking about it. Am I doing it? Yep.
Yep.
I re-rolled one of those dice with Predator, and I spent a focus, and then I added a crit so that hit eyeball became hit crit. And what did you roll in response?
I
blanked
blanked out.
there.
Yeah.
Oof.
Again, not surprisingly. So I'm taking
All right.
hit crit here, and that's a thrust control fire. Not that it. I'm taking 2 crits here. That's the one on the top section of your dice triangle there.
You've got that hole to eat those crits up, but you're eating them up. So.
Yep. And the next crit was Shaken Pilot, so I can't perform any
straight maneuver,
maneuvers.
Right? Okay.
Right. And didn't get any shots due to the blinded pilot, which is totally crucial here because I have you in my mobile arc, and I was like, okay. And so we're putting 4 onto the shuttle there, and then you just
key point of Asajj Ventress. A lot of people are pretty freaked out by her because she just has to basically look at you. She has to turn her mobile firing arc over to you, and she assigns you a stress.
At range 1 to 2.
At range 1 to 2. So a lot of people are kind of wondering, how do you play against Asajj Ventress with a lot of the traditional lists that are out there right now? And I'm not tooting my own horn or anything, but I'm trying to say I think this is a way to do it, is keep yourself at range 3. Give her some space, try to snipe some shots on her, and then when you're ready to run in and close it hard.
As the shuttle's putting in work onto the aggressor there, taking 2 shields off.
And getting a free target lock.
Getting a target lock with the fire control system.
Fun fact, the shuttle actually is allowed to shoot. It doesn't just have to be a vehicle for Palpatine. Not everyone knows that, but it's a little life hack when you run the shuttle. It is allowed to shoot.
Yeah, I like seeing players actually take shots with the shuttle instead of leave it in a corner for the entire match. Which is fine if you do it either way, but it's a little more entertaining when you're rolling dice.
Oh, I like that list that runs 2 shuttles into the corner, into each other, and they never move. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. Or the list that plays 4 shuttles and also
runs a pinwheel.
Yeah, and none of them move.
Yeah, it's. I'm lying. I don't actually like that list. I don't condone that.
Yeah, so as we can see here, Asajj has a lot of damage on her already.
Okay.
And as the IG turns in here, we're gonna try to go for broke here and see what we can do.
Who are you trying to kill here? Are you trying to gun for the Inquisitor right now, or are you trying to get in a good position to shoot the SF top?
I was trying to get in a good position, but then again, I forgot about the auxiliary firing arc on the backside, and I'm like, oh, that's right. These little ships have them now.
Well, and there's me barrel rolling out of range and taking a target lock to make sure I did it. There's me barrel rolling out of range 2 of that mobile firing arc because I do not want to see another stress on the Inquisitor. And I'm taking the shot, rolling very well.
And Inquisitor's just putting good hits on there. And again,
blank out. Yeah.
Just no modifications there, and blank on the other one. So it's not surprisingly enough, if you're able to modify your attack dice, then you're not able to modify your defense dice.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Sometimes even if you can modify both, usually the red's going to win.
Yep.
All right, so now we have that Shadowcaster down. It was definitely really interesting to see the tech that you can put on it.
As I mentioned, I didn't get any use out of inertial dampeners. I would have much preferred to put Glitter Stim and then switch inertial dampeners onto IG-88C.
This would have been a good Glitter Stim turn.
Yes.
All right.
So luckily, IG's not taking any shots here, but I just flew a little too fast with Asajj this game. I had to be a little bit more controlling of the battlefield, and she can really just skirt around the edges until somebody chooses to come to her. And even though she's at low pilot skill, she's still manageable. I mean, if you put Veteran Instincts on her instead of Push the Limit, she becomes an 8.
I don't even necessarily know that she needs that. In general, if you have a quarter of a base that you can adjust kind of anywhere you want it, you can kind of predict where those aces are going to be when we're talking in that general direction. And here I barrel roll. And I'm going off the map with that Special Forces tie next turn, if you look at the way it's pointed. But in return for that, I have a range 1 shot with the auxiliary arc, so I'm getting a lot of damage out. So.
Yep. And shots coming at range 1 from the Inquisitor here.
And I am re-rolling with a target lock, it looks like.
Yep, spend the target lock, and then you...
Into 2 eyeballs. Do I have a focus?
Well, yeah, you took a focus here.
Oh, okay, good.
Push limit to focus. Target lock, focus. Which is pretty much what you should do anyway, because that's maximizing your action economy, 100%. So you're throwing 2 hits against the IG-88, and again, just
okay, yeah,
rolling 3 dice, only getting one evade there. So,
ouch. So I have a little, secret high score that I keep. I fly ships off the board sometimes. It's just a thing I do because I'm not good, but I like to see how far off the board I can get because you don't get an action. So I think I'm gonna try to do a 5 forward here with that Special Forces tie.
And he's just like, nope, that's his cloaking device.
You
never see him again.
Yeah, he's way cloaked. He's so cloaked he's never uncloaking.
Yep, and as you roll, looks like it.
Okay.
Crit there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the best case
Palpatining
scenario
a crit
for
and
that.
adding a crit. And
yes.
I have no focus tokens, so I'm taking a lot of damage here. I got 1 evade.
Well, and that's why I barrel rolled over there instead of... well, I don't know that I really could have done anything about it, but...
I got 2 loose stabilizers there, which is weird because usually I never get the same crit in 1 attack.
Well, that's why I was willing to go off the board with that Special Forces ties, because that Backdraft's ability... I know people are freaking out about Quick Draw, but look at Backdraft. Seriously, just take a look at the card, brainstorm a little bit about what you can do with it. I think you'll like what you see.
Yep. So you put significant amount of damage on the aggressor here, and it's not looking good for the old Scum and Villainy.
Yes, they are being subjugated by the Empire.
But at least I take some MOV here and knock out that SF tie. Didn't even have to try for that one, I guess. No?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah.
Can you say that you destroyed the SF? Oh, and it's gone.
Nope, and it's gone. Good feeling's gone. No, the SF tie definitely put in work.
Yeah, and so now we've got some shots exchanged between the aggressor, who is at range 2, so he gets that HLC shot, and the shuttle.
Yes.
So let's see what happens.
Yes.
Okay.
So rolling 4 dice is usually good, but then only good when you have stuff to modify it with.
Which you do.
But I had a focus here, so 3 hits is better than 2.
Taking 3 shields off the shuttle, and the rest are gone.
Yep. So the shuttle gets to return fire.
Yes,
with
and
3 here.
So I did not Palpatine myself in evade. I figured I would rather use Palpatine on offense.
Yeah, why not?
And let's see how that works out for me.
Why not? I mean, you weren't taking any damage to your hull, so... And then, oh, look! All the hits.
3 hits, but I think I'm going to use Palpatine to turn one into a crit.
That's hit, crit there, so... I rolled 2
no,
evades.
that's hit, crit.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I couldn't tell
you got
from
2 evades. Otherwise...
I did take a crit there.
Yep.
And I can't tell which one that was. I don't remember which one it was. But, he's got 3 crits on him.
Okay.
He's down to 1 hull.
They have 4?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, 4 shields, 4 hull.
Okay.
So, as we go into the next round of planning and activation here, the shuttle's just going to bump with no actions. And then...
There's the aggressor.
The aggressor
4K
just
turn.
4K turns.
Okay, and the Inquisitor also 4K turns, so this is the face-off.
Doesn't care, because he's got range 1, doesn't need modifiers here. And we're going to pop Glitter Stim just because we want to roll focus results.
Right, so hopefully Palpatine can keep me alive and do some damage to you. Because if I blink out here and you do take out the Inquisitor, I don't like the shuttle's odds of taking out that aggressor. So
right.
Let's see how it goes. Oh,
so
and we're shaking
as you
hands.
put a ton, you only need to put 1 on, and I didn't squat because I was rolling 2 or 1 less agility. So again, thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. Leave a comment with what you think, especially excited for Wave 9.
Also, be ready because we are going to do another Wave 9 battle of the Arc 170 versus the Protectorate Starfighter.
Yep.
So
Some
those are the
support in
other
there as
2
well.
Wave 9 ships. We know you want to see how they fly on the table, so check it out. We'll link to it in the description.
Until next time, fly casual.